Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This Collins with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 551 for comics originally releasing February the 5th, 2020. Before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shop this coming Wednesday, Drew, we got all kinds of things from our listeners, and tell me what's going on in the wide world of comics.
We've got one question from a listener, Jesse, who wants to know, what are the free comic book days this year, and are any of them spec-worthy?
Hey.
Well, they, once again, have broken them down into gold and silver. So some of the gold options, and we're taking a look at the preview site, freecomicbookday.com/catalog. You can find it there. And I'm looking in the gold first. And, of course, there's some secret DC books, which are always, you never know. Yeah, you never know. You could have somebody's first appearance or something like that. Let's see, there's an Archie Blue Ribbon presents Riverdale, it looks like, and Betty and Veronica. Probably not. I see a critical... What is that? Critical Role in Norse Mythology from Dark Horse.
So it's going to be your Dungeons and Dragons-esque from the world of Critical Role?
Yeah, probably not for me. We've got Firepower from Image Comics. This is an interesting one.
I'm going to say, this is the first one that piques my interest. We got a Robert Kirkman book.
Yes.
We got something with the Skybound imprint, which means it's automatically got some sort of media tie-in before we even start.
And Chris Samney on art.
And we got some dude doing a Hadoken, essentially, on the front of it.
So, this will be I'm assuming the first time we see this title. It won't be out anywhere else before then, or maybe it will. I don't know. So that's a good one. We've got Investigators, which is a kid book from First Second.
Same thing with Only Matter of Space and Time.
Which one is that? Is that a gold?
Only Matter of Space and Time.
I
see. The bottom of the gold.
I see that.
That's a Random House book, but a more of a kid-centric book.
And we got Power Rangers, Ranger Slayer. Never know. There's Jack Kirby, Epic Life.
Do we know the Ranger Slayer?
I don't think.
Meet the Ranger Slayer, a.k.a. the Pink Ranger. Okay, so it's the Pink Ranger, so nobody knew.
We've got Legend Zelda, Twilight Princess Splatoon.
Those are all characters we know and love.
And we have, that's Viz Media. And we have IDW doing My Little Pony. Probably not. We have a Valiant with XO on the cover and a Bloodshot. Year of Heroes special. And then we have an X-Men #1.
Hickman.
Which, is this the reprint? Or is this...
FBCD is headlined by a brand new X-Men story by Jonathan Hickman and Pepe Larraz that will lead into a game-changing summer for all of X, plus a secret second story foreshadowing an upcoming event tale by Tom Taylor and Iban Coelho. Stay tuned in the months to come for exciting announcements from Marvel's Gold title on FCBD.
So, I'm going to say... multiple copies of Firepower out of the gold section. I'm going to say multiple copies of Firepower if you can get it. The Image Kirkman book. Grab a Jack Kirby just because it looks cool.
Yep.
Grab a DC or two if you can, because you might. It's top secret. You never know.
An X-Men.
Get an X-Men probably.
And I'm going to grab a Critical Role.
And a Critical Role that rounds up like a top 4 or 5 there. So, and I think the rest are in the gold are questionable. I mean, they're Power Rangers. There are Power Ranger people out there that are crazy for this stuff. So, if they can't get it, they might pay a premium. So,
but it sounds like with this this Power Rangers tile, we're essentially going Elseworld. We're going to an alternate universe.
Right.
So not necessarily sort of canon even on the Rangerverse, if you will.
Okay, then as we get down into silver, we have Paper Cuts doing an Asterix special. That looks kind of interesting. We've got Rebellion, 2000 AD, doing the best of 2000 AD, a zero issue. Could be something. There's Tokyo Pop, which is a anime thingy. I'm probably going to pass on.
There you go. Titan Comics doing Blade Runner.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Michael Green, the Oscar-nominated screenwriter for Blade Runner 2049, and co-writer Mike Johnson, who we know from Star Trek and Supergirl, continue the smash sci-fi hit comic set in the iconic world set of Blade Runner.
Then we have Vault doing Dark One. That could be a good one by Brandon Sanderson. Or is that Brandon Sanderson's Dark One? I don't know. I think I should probably be reading this in the not the menu view instead of the tile view, but whatever.
We have Dark Ark Instinct by Aftershock Comics. We all know the story of Noah's Ark, but this is the story of the other Ark, the one full of vampires and ghouls and manticores and the like.
Nice. We've got Captain Canuck and Captain Battle, a Chapter House book. I mean, that's kind of interesting. And we have another DC top secret. This one's a silver in the silver section. So, in for a penny, in for a pound on those. You probably ought to pick that one up too.
And I misread Enter the INCAL for. I thought it was Enter the Incel. I was going to say, wow, that's going to be a weird one.
Is it in-call?
Yeah, I guess. Horizon Zero Dawn. That's cool. From Titan Comics, this is going to be a tie-in to a big PlayStation exclusive video game that came out about 5 years ago that people are expecting to get a launch of a sequel to that in the coming future. So
wow.
This would be one to snap up if it's a whole new storyline from these characters.
Well, you've done really well with video game comic tie-ins.
Yeah, including getting lucky on a second chance on Witcher stuff, hitting Bloodborne early, Dark Souls early on that kind of thing. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely one to mark off. We've got Hillbilly.
Invincible. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hillbilly Lizard of Rusty Creek. It's an Albatross funny book. Looks like it's a new tale there, not a reprint. So that might be good. The Invincible is a reprint. I see that.
Okay, so we're showing the legit #1 artwork, saying not final artwork. So it looks like we're essentially getting a reprint of issue 1 with different art. I'm expecting, so that's definitely worth grabbing up, especially since it's talking about it tying into the new animated series.
We got Lady Mechanica from Benitez Productions. A little Lulu from Drawn and Quarterly. Another Paper Cuts. This is Loud House. All ages. A Lumberjane, all ages.
Mean Girls. Okay, that's pretty rad.
Yeah, that's Insight Comics. I'm not familiar with them. Another Drawn and Quarterly. Manhwa, contemporary Korean comics. Got a Naruto book from Viz. We got another Owly. Another one. We've got The Resistance from Artist
Writers and Artisans Incorporated. Looks like it's got an Upshot moniker on it. J. Michael Straczynski. I think we talked about this in something else.
Yeah,
because I'm familiar with this title.
Yeah, and this is that new imprint. I think that's gonna have a lot of solid creators on it, like another Aftershock-ish type book. Yeah. We have Richard Fairgray Monster Showcase, another all ages from Golden Apple Books.
And Free Comic Day really is a good time to bring the kids along and find them some all ages books to toss to them.
Of course.
So I understand why
right.
A lot of these are kid-centric stuff.
But this ain't comics for fun and kids. This is comics for fun and profit.
Yeah, these kids don't know nothing about profit now.
They're going to roll them up and stick them in their pockets.
Boy, don't crease the edges.
We got a Spider-Man Venom comic from Marvel.
What in the world? Stranger Things in Minecraft.
What?
We have.
Why? Why they do this?
How is the 1980s set? Then, all right, never mind.
So that's a Dark Horse offering. Stepping Stones and Max Magnificent from Random House. Oh, they're all ages. Udon doing Street Fighter. We've got Sue and
Street Fighter looks cool. It's a issue 100, and it's a special Ryu versus Chun-Li thing from Udon. So that might be pretty rad. It filled with a lot of cameos and such. So that may be one to keep an eye out. Sometimes these Street Fighter pinup or calendar ones spike a little bit, so that may be one to make sure you snag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have Oni Press doing a Super Mikado mixtape. Dynamite doing The Boys #1, reprinting that 100% again.
100% you're going to want to grab that.
I don't think there's any new stuff in it. It's just a reprint. Tick from New England Comics. Usagi Yojimbo from IDW.
Full color?
I don't know, probably. And we have JV Comics doing Weird Books, which is it's a series from Svetlana Chomakov, creator of Night School, featuring a new town and an all-new cast of characters for young readers. And then we finish up with Zoo Patrol Kingdom Caper. So, what we got there? Give me 2, 3, or 4 that we gotta pick up.
Of course, we got a DC Silver book, and we got, of course, a Marvel book, the Spider-Man Venom. So those might be worth snagging an A1 about. I want to see the new artwork on this Invincible, so I'm saying make sure you get that one, and make sure you get the reprint of The Boys #1. I say don't miss the Street Fighter one as well. And up here with the Aftershock book, which was...
There was no Aftershock. Oh, yeah, Dark Arc.
Dark Arc, yeah.
Instinct.
Dark Arc Instinct.
Yeah,
that one's one not to miss as well.
Yeah. And you already mentioned the comic, or the video game tie-in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, I forgot that. What was it? Shiza.
Resistance, right? No.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah.
But then Dark One as well, from Vault, if you get a chance, might not be a bad idea as well.
Yeah. So Jesse, yes, there are some spec-worthy books. To get those 10, you might have to hit at multiple stores because most of them cap the amount you can get. You might be able to get 5 at a store, but most of them cap how many you can get for free. Unless, of course,
if you get a shop with a pull list, sometimes they'll hook you up.
Yeah, unless, of course, you're a Cowabunga customer, then you can get hooked up with whatever you like.
Yep.
We hope that helps. Now, let's slide over to our cover price top 10, or do we want to talk about our foray into the Hero Initiative?
Yeah, just a little, we've started kind of our Hero Initiative things I'd been putting off, and I'd had a few things that I missed on or looked for, but I finally decided that I needed to start the process, and I couldn't go January without at least pulling the trigger on some stuff. So I just picked up a nice, easy, inexpensive book from Walmart, one of the 100-page Giants, Crisis 2. I'd seen had been going for more than cover and stuff, so I thought I'd pick that up. I'll toss that online and try to flip it. So at least I'm starting the process of things and, getting started on the ball rolling on this while I got a couple other irons in the fire, but I want to make sure I'm making some works and some movement on this thing.
Definitely. And I have a pickup from a dollar box. It is a Matthew Rosenberg signed Civil War II Kingpin #1. It's in pretty good shape. It's got a bit of a crease in it. Does have a COA in the back. I just saw that there was a certificate of authenticity tucked in there from Midtown Comics. So this is his real signature. So
there you
go. I imagine at some point I'll throw that up as an auction and see how much that produces. But with $1 investment, hopefully that pays off. And I think I'll eat the shipping on the hero initiatives. I mean, we'll do free shipping on everything, at least.
Yeah, I'll more than likely do that as well. I'll probably, I might do it as far as calculations, just because my own curiosity as to how much money I'm making. But yeah, with you.
Yeah, I guess to each his own. But so we've got something on our spreadsheet, and we'll see as other folks come in. And their stuff sells and their money rolls up. I'd be curious to see how we're doing, and but yeah, we got to do a couple of things before the end of January, right? So
absolutely, I wanted to make sure we're not sitting on this and
investing it in gold,
silver. I got offered silver the other day, so
there you go. Let's see. Well, we've got the old. Oh, do we have the FOC? Did it come in?
Not through email, but we have a preview copy of it here that we can use.
Oh, okay. So no Eric picks today.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Right? Okay. So we're on our own. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Without having him hold our hands.
I know. I'm starting to doubt myself.
Well, if you look in Dark Horse, the first one that pops up to me is Hidden Society #1. It's a Raphael Scavone and a Raphael Albuquerque book. So a couple of Raphaels, and this is a new series, and it's I think it's the same people who did A Study in Emerald, which I don't remember. But hidden from ordinary eyes, there's a world alongside our own, full of deities, demons, and danger, where magic wins out over science and dark secrets lie in wait. So, could be interesting. Definitely has a neat, distinct art style. So, something to think about there. First issue.
Interesting.
And then we have Tomorrow #1. From Peter Milligan, with art by Jesus Hervas, and this is a new sci-fi horror from Dark Horse. Looks pretty good. A Russian computer virus has jumped the species barrier and wiped out most of the adult population, leaving the world precariously in the hands of the next generation.
Ooh, another post-apocalyptic adventure.
Yeah. That path has been trod upon recently with the way people left our kids or whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how they do.
There you go. Into DC Comics now. We have Amethyst #1 of 6 from DC. Amy Reeder writing and doing art on this, following her triumphant reintroduction into the pages of Young Justice. The new Amethyst miniseries follows teenager Amy Winston, a.k.a. Princess Amethyst, as she returns to her magical kingdom to celebrate her 16th-year-old birthday in style. Not for me.
Definitely not for me either. So there was always Amethyst in the quarter bins, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to put a run together, you could. There you can get the
Final Dial H.
Oh, really? That's
12
it?
of 12. So if you wanted to make sure you grab the last one, this is your last chance through FOC to make sure you get that.
You can get the 1985 Amethyst if you want for $1.
Flash 123 available as a facsimile edition. The classic tale from 1961 that introduced the concept of the multiverse to the pages of DC Comics is reprinted here.
I had heard that Flash 750 got delayed, but maybe this is the new date of March 4th. There's a lot what that Del Auto looks like. For $7.99 minus discount. Oh, it's a beautiful Del Auto.
Jim Lee. A good too. You said Del Auto. I didn't get a chance to look at that one.
That's pretty nice.
That is nice.
That's the 80s version.
Yeah. And all of these are available for cover with a discount.
Yep.
So there's a lot of dope covers here, and you're not having to reach for any of them.
Less than $5. You can invest in any of them or all of them.
Yep.
Leviathan is back with another. There's another miniseries launching. Another Bendis series. Alex Maleev covered. Very nice. As are most Alex Maleev's covers.
Superman Villains #1. What have we here? Bendis, Fraction, Rucka, and Jody Hauser. So it looks like we have kind of a compilation book here. Yeah.
Want to slide down to IDW if you're done with DC.
Sure thing.
Dying is Easy. I got to read that first issue about the. That's about the comedian.
Comedian, yep.
Yeah, really good. It was really good. So
excellent.
I'm looking forward to reading these. So it's a very solid book.
2 incentive covers. We have an IDW 25 copy incentive for Fitty Bones.
For Dying is Easy? That's
for Dying
crazy.
Is Easy. But, I mean, I bet it's a bit of a reach to get to even the 25 for most shops.
Yeah. Now your TMNT breakout girl, Jenica. She's getting her own 3-issue miniseries. What do you think?
I mean, I think we kind of gotta spotlight her.
Do you remember back in the day when they did each turtle got his own miniseries?
Oh yeah, I have some of them. I still have the Donatello and the Raphael. The Donatello is actually worth a couple bucks.
So is this something that you should put together?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, it looks like the villain that she's against we've already met before, so there's no new villain necessarily with this. But yeah, I don't think for $5 a pop it would be too big of a deal to snag it up. I am not to the point where I would go heavy on the incentives with it, even though that 25 incentive for Freddie Williams is really cool looking. Yeah. No. I mean, might be worth reading, but I don't know.
You don't know if you don't know if she's going to break out.
Nah, that's exactly.
She would have done it by now if she was going to.
Yeah, and we've had the Venus de Milo and some different turtle characters. We'll see if this one sticks.
Yeah.
Family Tree 2 going to a second print. Very cool. Jeff Lemire. Sorry, I moved on to Image.
Yes, so there's a chance to pick up that Invincible Free Comic Book Day and Firepower and Free Comic Book Day we were talking about. In case you missed it during the pre-order cycle, or you don't think you're going to be able to get out to Free Comic Book Day.
There you go.
So that's a really cool thing that Eric does with this too, allowing you to, if you can't make it to 10 different shops to get all the books, but you want them, you can get them.
Yep.
He'll hook you up.
Toss a coin to your retailer and they'll hook you up.
So just 30 cents for one of those? That's pretty cheap.
Just enough to cover that ship.
Yep.
One of Drew's favorite comics of 2019, Ice Cream Man, on its 18th issue. Philadelphia 2 and 3 going second print as well, so nice to see that.
Now there's another Sex Criminals launching.
Yeah, we're back to the polybagged second ones as well. So
who's Odd Koch? I don't know that artist.
I don't know who Odd Cock is.
That makes sense for a Triple X cover.
There you go.
Could be somebody writing under a
pseudonym, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Down to the Marvels, we have 2020 Force Works #1.
which is what?
Well, this is Matthew Rosenberg. The eruption of violent robot revolution threatens all manner of biological life, teetering on the precipice of extinction. The only one man with enough tactical skill, killer instinct, and ruthless leadership to lead the rebellion is War Machine. Jordan War Machine and his elite paramilitary squad of U.S. agents like Mockingbird, U.S. Agent, and Quake in the final crusade for humanity's sake.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier in a 5-issue miniseries. It launches with its first issue. And there's some sweet covers, but the Dan Mora is the cover A. Very nice, Dan Mora.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who Derek Landy, the writer, is, but
from
the Dan
Black Order,
Moras.
Secret Empire Uprising.
I do?
No, but that's what it says in this list.
Take a look at also at Jerry Duggan doing and Ron Garney are teaming up to do a crime version of Fantastic Four Ben Grimm called Grim Noir, with Ben Grimm being the hard-boiled detective to solve the crime. This is right up my alley.
I was going to say, this is speaking of Drew.
It's got Drew written all over it, so I can't wait to read this.
Giant Size X-Men, Jean Grey, and Emma Frost, #1 by Jonathan Hickman. The first of 5 essential X-Tales, specially designed to showcase some of Marvel's best artists. First up, Russell Dauterman, superstar artist of Thor and War of the Realms. When Storm is in danger, it's going to take 2 of the most powerful telepaths on Earth working together to make things right. Jean Grey and Emma Frost together again for the good of Krakoa.
I think both of us might be having a stroke right here on air.
Yeah, I had
neither one of us can
on that one, but I didn't feel like it.
Neither one of us have been able to get through a solicit without just butchering it somehow. Yeah. Oh well, it wouldn't be a Comics for Fun and Profit episode otherwise.
I was gonna say, yeah.
We got some more Folklords. This has been really fun from Boom. I'm in Boom, by the way.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
All right, skipping Star Wars, skipping all this stuff.
Was there a Star Wars?
Yep. Okay, where are we at? All right.
Was there a Star Wars of interest?
Yeah, we'll never know.
You can't. You can go back. It's okay. I just scooted. I just.
Indeed. You saw Matt Kent and you went a flying.
I just love this book. It's so much fun. It's. I don't know what it is. It's like this. It's like this little quest comic. And this kid, they reach a certain age, like they come of age, and they go on their quest, but for some reason he wears like a suit and tie in that like the old timey Middle Ages era. I don't know why, but it's just it's really fun comic so far. I have 2 issues in, and it's been great.
Very good. So Drew, you can go in on this FOC and you can get yourself a Once and Future 8th printing.
Wow.
You can get yourself a #2 4th printing, a #3 3rd printing, and a #4 2nd printing. For this comic that I believe the last one just came out last week or the week before.
Yeah. That's pretty good. And I think that's another cover for that 8th printing. That's amazing.
I've seen that hand on the sword before, but they may be doing subtle differences with it, but it definitely isn't the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd printing.
Yes. If you slide down to Vault, there's Finger Guns #1, written by Justin Richards, and art by Val Halverson. About 2 troubled teenagers discover that they can manipulate emotions by firing finger guns. There will be laughs, there will be tears, there will be uncomfortable teen feelings and angst, and chaos. So much chaos. I'm a big fan of finger guns, so I'm in.
There you go.
Pew pew.
We've talked about this before, so yeah, I think that was pretty good. A pretty neat looking book. So
how did we talk about it before?
I don't know, but that is maybe I read it in the solicit and it still sticks to me.
Maybe in the previews. Maybe you saw it in previews.
Yeah.
Or it got delayed, maybe.
case we'll see today.
Black Terror. This book has been really awesome. This is Max Bemis, my beloved punk lead singer of Say Anything. Mm-hmm. This is a really, really fun book, and I like it a lot. You should check it out in trade if you missed out on it. Because it's on issue 5 already.
There you go. Yeah, and we continue to have some more of our Free Comic Book Day things available at this deadline as well for FOC. So, if anything that we talked about in that first part of this podcast piqued your interest and you want to make sure you don't miss out on them, it looks like Cowabunga can hook you up.
Yes. And this looks like the last chance to get these Free Comic Book Day too. Mm-hmm. At least secure them.
Yeah.
Aftershock has Shoplifters Will Be Liquidated number 5. That's a nice title. I've enjoyed that a lot. Mm-hmm. There's a Conspiracy Area 51 from Zenoscope, which looks kind of interesting. Every once in a while I got to try a Zenoscope to see if it hooks me.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do.
That's all I got.
I don't know about Dual Identity from Red Giant Entertainment, the first issue. Elaine Lee and Jonathan Lamb as creators. It's about the world's greatest secret asset. She's a spy, assassin, and superhuman secret agent all rolled into one. That is Dual Identity. There's First Defense, also from Red Giant. This is about the president's daughter, Tasha Tasker, who learns her destiny when she is pulled into a secret supernatural enclave beneath the White House. She's just the latest in a long line of first children who were granted powers and have lain in stasis. Kind of interesting.
There you go.
So Red Giant making a little mark there. Kind of interesting. Now, what's that leave us? Oh, we got to go to the cover price top 10.
That's right.
Don't forget the FOC stuff is due Monday at noon. So if you're interested, make sure you get those orders in. So according to the folks at Cover Price, who have put together this list of hot selling eBay comics, we have Batman Beyond number 25, which is the first appearance of Elena Grayson, who has been revealed as Batwoman Beyond. Sold 67 copies this week, with an average sale of about $20. Pretty good. Also Also Batman Beyond 40, which is the reveal of Elena as Batwoman. So that just came out, right?
Yeah.
It's sold 29 copies at $18. So we blew that one, Kyle.
Yeah.
Amazing Fantasy number 7. This book features the first appearance of Monica Rappaccini, cast for the MODOK TV show. 13 copies of this show sold for about $10.97. We have the Rift number 1, which is an Apple TV television show. The Rift sold 12 copies for about $30 a piece, almost. Pretty good. The regular version of Batman Beyond 40 selling for $13, sold 26 copies this week. Captain America 333 features the first appearance of the fourth Captain America, John Walker, formerly Super Patriot, who has been confirmed for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Sold 11 copies with an average sale of about $30. Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren continues to sell well. 39 copies of it sold for about $14 a piece. Tales of Suspense 94, featuring the first appearance of MODOK, who gets his own Disney Plus show. Sold 21 copies for about $35 a piece. How are they going to do a MODOK show? That's going to be trippy. The first issue of Kylo Ren sold 32 copies for $35 a piece. Man, we really blew this one. Dang.
I couldn't find them. I looked the Monday after they came out on Wednesday, and they were gone locally.
And finally, we have Justice League Dark, first issue. It's the first appearance of the team Justice League Dark, Hellblazer, Shade the Changing Man, Madame Xanadu, Deadman, and Zatanna. Sold 26 copies for $21 a piece.
So find out your new 52 stuff, and this isn't that old. This is laying around places.
Yeah, you would think so.
2011, so less than 10 years old.
Yep, and all we got left is the old sneak peek.
The old sneak peek in next week. Let's open our previews world. Go over to the new releases. Find February the 5th. Click on that table view and let's start Drew where we love to start. Let's start in Image. Alright, we have the After Realm Quarterly. We talked about this from Eisner Award winner. $6 book. But I don't know this as well.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We talked about that we weren't sure that a quarterly book could necessarily have heat on it because of its quarterly releases.
Yes, exactly. I'm excited for Manifest Destiny. But that's about it for me for all of Image this week.
There you go. Let's head on down to Dark Horse. More Predators series with a neat glow-in-the-dark cover. I don't know if that'll have any heat on it, but a very good-looking cover, and that might be a cool glow-in-the-dark. Down to IDW.
Nope.
Nothing real new on that one either. Just the same series continuing on that one. Let's see what we got for DC. See if we still have some heat on Batman with a creator change on this stuff.
It's great, man. Matina cover B, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that anything that they're doing in that series is going to have any heat on it yet.
We do have DC's Crimes of Passion, #1. A lot of writers on this one. This is another one of those $10 books coming out right before Valentine's Day. So it's kind of those thematic ones. Passion, betrayal, and murder. When you're private investigators, these are the things you experience daily. But when you add capes to the mix like Batman, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn, things get even messier. So this is the Valentine's Day special.
Yes.
Like I said, James Tynion, Steve Orlando, Senna Grace, Jay Baruchel, Stephanie Phillips, and others on writing.
There's that Dollar Comics version of Batman Shadow the Bat, which we were pulling out of quarter boxes and now they're selling it for $1. That's funny. That
Green Lantern #1 facsimile edition.
Yeah, that's a great one to have.
1960s Green Lantern #1.
You'll never find it in that good a condition. So pick it up
here while you can.
Yep. Final issue of Martian Manhunter, 12th issue with a great Josh Middleton B cover. And a wonderful Mike Grell B cover on Young Justice 13.
Did we know Harley Quinn's Joker Harley Criminal Sanity was a 9-issue series?
No, I was thinking it was one of those Black Label 3-issue series.
That's what I thought as well. We have #3 of 9 on this one.
Wow.
Really good looking cover on that. The Matina cover there.
And it's, you know, I didn't want to like it because it's $6. But the art in there is really fantastic. Yeah.
That's all I got in the DCs. Let's head on down to the Marvels.
We got an Ant-Man sighting. So a new Ant-Man. This is the 5-issue miniseries. We're going to go with Zeb Wells doing the writing and Dylan Burnett on art. Let's see.
I do like him teaming up with his daughter on these things. That is pretty cool.
Yep.
A nice, fun Scott Lang, and it's going to be ants versus bees. It looks like on this one.
I don't know who Dark Agnes is. This is her first solo comic series. It's a 5-issue miniseries. Is she a mutant? Where is she from? Do you know?
No idea.
No idea. I feel stupid.
Captain America, The End, #1. We are going to spend a little bit of time, and we are going to be finishing off the story of the Simon and Kirby version of Captain America.
We get the 5th issue of Doctor Doom. This has been a fun series. I've enjoyed very much. And there's a Gwen Stacy variant of Doctor Doom. So, interesting.
That's pretty cool. We talk about, oh, that's right. This was the Immortal Hulk that is the Immortal Hulk Spider-Man series. This may be worth taking a spec on just because I don't know if they're going to do anything crazy or off the wall more so than having a web-slinging Hulk in here.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty cool.
It might just be crazy enough for there to be something else in it. Let's see, that's reprints, so we don't care about Savage Avengers 0. Spider-Ham going to a second print. Did not see that coming.
Nope.
Here's our new Darth Vader from Greg Pak. Greg Pak writes Darth Vader series.
And so we get
this is the Darth Vader series that happens just after Empire.
Okay. And we get a Spider Noir sighting. He gets an issue in Spider-Verse #5. Really like that
and
character.
He will forever have Nicolas Cage's voice every time I read him now.
That's awesome too.
That is just how life is. Pepper Potts' first appearance on the True Believers $1.
Very nice.
And we've got the X-Men Fantastic Four. I'm not an X-Men guy, but I don't know if... I'm sorry, I'm not a Fantastic Four guy, but Drew, you dabble in and out every now and
again. Yeah. I'm not interested in that one.
Alright, let's check the rest of our titles or smaller publishers.
Yeah, there's a Adler, which is a Titan Comics Sherlock crossover type deal. Might be okay. Agretsuko #1. This is from Oni Press. Daniel Barnes and DJ Kirkland. That's some anime character that I don't know much about, unfortunately. I am interested in Backtrack #1 from Oni. Brian Joins, Jake Elphick. Guilt weighs heavy on former criminal wheelman Allison, who led an illicit life that led her shattered into pieces. When she hears about a massive cross-history car race that grants the winner a chance to correct a single mistake in their life, Allison will drive from the Big Bang to the death knell of the universe for the grand prize. So, whacked out sci-fi premise there, but it seems pretty cool to me. I'll definitely be checking that one out.
We got The Man Who Effed Up Time, #1. John Layman writing this from Aftershock Comics. I remember I ordered a copy of this. Sam Bennett is just your everyday ordinary lab worker in a high-tech lab with prototype time machine. And yeah, he's got the same temptations any of us would have about going back in time. Just a bit to correct little mistakes. You read this already, didn't you?
Did I? No.
No, sorry. You had something else about going back. Okay.
Yeah.
So when he meets a version of himself from the future who encourages him to do just that, Sean takes the temporal plunge. Only, can you guess what happens next? Did you read the book title? Yup. All of time is effed up now. So this looks pretty rad.
Yeah,
That's John Layman from Chew.
Yes.
So
Definitely very cool.
Pretty rad. Money Shot number 1 going to a third print, 2 going to a second print, 3 going to a second print, and 4 here.
And we've got a Stabbity Bunny sighting.
Oh my!
So issue 9 is out after 6 months, a year.
Yeah, I think we're getting a quarterly Stabbity.
Yeah, it's the next chapter and it's back. This was fun, and Kyle called it.
Yep, good money maker on those, even though it was a previously kickstarted book. From Scout Comics, we have Tart number 1, the newest entry in the new non-stop imprint, where Scout releases a world premiere issue followed by the entire story a few months later in one volume.
Very cool.
I don't know that I like them doing that.
Yeah, that's like people who buy the issue 1 to sample and then wait for the trade.
Yeah.
No different.
All right, Drew, that's all I got. But this is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's the one book to make sure you go to your local comic book shops, pick up before the rush hits, and make sure you can always say, "Ha, I got a copy of that the day it came out."
Well, I have my handy dandy notebook next to me and my pen sitting there with the cap still on it because I didn't jot down anything as we were going through all these.
Yeah.
So now I have to make a mad scramble back up to the top.
Well, while you do that, I'm going to jump you and say from Aftershocks Comics, I like The Man Who Effed Up Time. I've been pretty pretty big on some Aftershock books just because I kind of like the way they do things. This one, the solicit, even in the previews, was enough to pique my interest and get an order from me ahead of time. So I'm going to stick with that and think that should be a fun little, hopefully lighthearted romp. Because if you name that the title of your book, it should be a good time.
And I'm going to go with Immortal Hulk Great Power.
There you go.
And see if there's some heat on that Spider Hulk deal.
You get your people that have to have their Hulk books and people that have to have their Spider books. There's only enough books for one of those cults. So maybe kind of like that issue 4 of Nightwing from the New 52, where they didn't make enough books for both Batgirl fans and Nightwing fans to get them.
And that's still an outlier in that series.
It's still the high book in that New 52 run. Good stuff.
It's crazy.
I think I have 4 of them now because I keep picking them up when I see them. All right, we want to thank you guys for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Tag along with Drew and myself through our episode for books coming out February the 5th, 2020, our 551st episode. If we did not pick the book that you think is the book of the week, please let us know. Send us a tweet, a whatever they call an Instagram, a Facebook, a Gmail, all these things. Make sure you get a hold of us and tell us what your thoughts are. Or if you think we were spot on, give us a pat on the back and say, you know what, Drew, you were thinking the exact same thing I was with that Immortal Hulk book. We always love to hear a little bit of confirmation for that. If you just like following along with us in our Heroes Initiative quest to make the most money and beat your brother Drew for the year 2020, make sure you stay tuned for all that kind of fun stuff. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.